Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Coding Cart. So in this session we will try to solve one HackerRank problem. So the problem name is fraudulent activity notification and it's under sorting in algorithm. So let me first explain this problem in a simple way what they are saying. So here you will be given two values. One is the total number of expenditure, suppose n, and other is the number of days. So for example, here they have taken 9 and for D they have taken 5 for the very first sample input. Here 9 means there will be 9 expenditure. So the values are, for example, 9 days value, which is 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, 8, 4, and 5. Suppose these are my 9 days expenditure. Now they are saying that for the very fixed length of 5 means for the 5 days we have to calculate the median of the expenditure. We have to calculate median. Suppose median is m. Now for the 6 days we have to check whether my, suppose this is my x value, we have to check whether the x is greater than equal to 2 times the median. So for example, here the median is, if you calculate you will get median as 3. So I have to check whether my 6 is greater than equal to 2 times 3. So here it is satisfying the condition, then I have to simply add c plus 1. I have to simply add 1 to the notification. So again I have to move forward for the next day calculation. So for example, for the next 5 days, so for the first 5 days we have calculated. Now we have to move for the next 5 days. So for the next 5 days, our value will be this one. This has been deleted. Now this will be my next 5 days. So again I have to calculate the median and I have to check whether I am satisfying this value or not. For the value, this will be my next day. So here I have to check whether this 8 is greater than equal to 2 times the median of these values or not. Again we have to move forward for the next 5 days and check whether this value is satisfying this condition or not. Suppose this is my x value. Suppose these are my x for the next. Again we have to move for next 5 days and check whether this value is satisfying this condition or not. So we have to first means we have to calculate how many total notification are possible, means how many of them are satisfying this condition. So we have to simply print this total count. So this is the problem. So for example, you can see here. So you can see here 9 means total 9 days of expenditure and 5 is the 5 days cost. This is the 5 means 5 days transaction. So for example, if I am taking the very first 5 days, so you can see here the value will be 23423. So here the median will be 3. So we have to check whether this the next 6 days value, which is 6, is greater than equal to 2 times the median or not. So you can see here 6 is greater than 2 times median notification, which is 3. So 2 is greater than equal, so 6 is greater than equal to 2 times into 3. So this is satisfying the condition. So we are simply adding 1 to the notification counter. So again for the next 5 days, so this will be my next 5 days, 2, 4, 2, 3, and 6. So again we have to calculate the median and check whether this for the value 8 whether we are satisfying the condition or not. So again for this value 3, 4, 2, 3, 6, the median is 3 and the next value is 8. So 8 is greater than equal to 2 times the median value. So again we have to add 1 to the notification. So this is the problem. You will be given a expenditure value and a D value. So we have to calculate the median in the slot of D and check for the next value, next day value, whether that value is satisfying the condition or not, whether that value is greater than equal to 2 times the median of the previous index value. If it is satisfying the condition, then we have to simply add 1 to the notification. So that is the problem and we have to complete this function. So the approach is quite simple. We will simply take, let me delete this one. So the approach is, we'll simply take a array. of D size, in which we will simply perform all the operation. Suppose for example D is 5, so I am taking suppose length 5. So we'll simply keep this value for the 5 days, which is 2, 3, 4, 2 and 3. Now we have to calculate the median over here of this element. So to calculate the median, we can simply sort, and then we have to find whether the values are in odd number or even number. If it is even, then we have to calculate the value from mid, minus 1 and mid, summation of both values. For odd, we will simply take the mid value. So for example, you can see here D is 5, which is odd, so we will simply pick the mid value after sorting. So for example, if after sort, the array will look like 2, 2, 3, 3 and 4. So this will be my sorted array. So as D is here odd, so I will pick the middle value, which is 3. So you can see here I got m equal to 3 here, 3. So if I check here for the next days, which is 6, 6 is greater than equal to 2 times my m, which is 3. So you can see here it is satisfying the condition. Then we will simply add 1 to the notification counter, and again we will move forward. So for moving forward, we have to delete one element from this fixed length, because we have to move again, take the value for the next 5 days. So we have to add this element and we have to remove this element. So we'll simply remove this one and add 6. We'll add 6 and remove this one. Again we have to perform the sorting, and again we have to check whether the d values here even or odd, and again we have to calculate the median, and again we have to check this value for the next days, next expenditure. So the logic is, for calculating the median, we will simply use inbuilt statistics module median method. So for that I have written one code. So let me show you. So you can see here for n and d I have taken the sample input, and for the fixed length I have taken an array d, in which we will do the operation for the n days. Now I have taken a dq for popping the very first element and adding one extra element in the fixed array. Now for the very first d days, I have calculated the median using this module statistics and median method. So you can see here for the very first 6 days, 6th day, I have calculated the checking condition over here, whether expenditure of ith value, I am starting I from d, is greater than or equal to 2 times m. If it is equal, means if it is satisfying the condition, then I will simply add 1 to the notification counter, and we are simply popping the leftmost element, and adding one element from the expenditure array, the initial array. We are adding one from the initial array, expenditure array, and again we are simply calculating the next median in the current values in the temporary list. Current value after adding these 6 and removing the 2, we are calculating the median, and again we are checking again the same condition in a loop. At last we are printing the total count. So you can see here this logic will work only for few test cases. As you can see here, for calculation of median, we have to sort the this temporary array each time in each iteration. You can see here we are calling statistics median function in each iteration. So this will simply take much time. So for this operation we will simply get TLE. So cause in each iteration we have to pass this list, and again we have to sort this list, and then we are calculating the median. So you can try this from your side. You can see here it will pass few test cases, and for few test cases it will simply give TLE. So we have some another method. So let me explain you that method here. So another method is, we will take the fixed array length of d size, And for the very first time, we will simply sort the d elements, d expenditure. So for example, if you are taking 2 3 4 2 3, these 5 elements, we'll simply sort this for the very first time. After sorting, it will be 2 2 3 3 and 4. Now we'll simply calculate the median over here. We'll calculate the median m and apply the same logic here. Now for taking, now we are done with these values, these 5 values. Now for adding this value and removing this value, we will simply remove this value 2 from this list, and we are going to add here. So for adding, now you can see here this is sorted, we can simply add here. 6 will be added at the last. So this 6 is done. Suppose this 6 is done. Again after that, we have to remove this 3. So for removing this 3 from this next fixed array size, removing this 3 from here and adding 8. So you can see here again 8 will be added here and 3 will be removed from this side. We are not going to sort this, but how to remove this 3 and add this 8 at the fixed position. So from here you can see here this is sorted. So 8 6 and 8 are added at the last. So let me check for this 4. So for this 4 you can see here it won't be added at last, because again we have to do the sorting. So there is one method I will explain here. If I can simply add this 4 at the perfect position here, if I can simply add this 4 at the perfect position, then we are not going to again sort this list. We can simply add this 4 at its required position in the sorted list. So for example, after adding this 6 and 8 and removing this 2 and 3, the array would have looked like 4 2 3 6 and 8. Suppose these are my 5 elements. Now after suppose removing this 4, we are here with 4 elements, we need to add one next element which is 4. So we can't add here at last, we can't add here. If we can simply add this 4 at the perfect place which is here, so we will be getting the sorted array. So how to add this 4 at its perfect position? So for that we have a one inbuilt function in Python, which is bisect module is there, and from the bisect module we have few methods in bisect module which we will see here. So let me first write that code so you will understand easily. So let me take this one, two line for the sample input. Suppose n and d are here. Now I have taken the expenditure over here, suppose exp. Now I will take a array, suppose temporary array, in which I will keep the value from 0 to up to d. Now for the very first time I will simply sort this array. For the only very first time, for the very first time we are sorting this temporary array in which we are doing the operation. Now I will calculate the mid value from this sorted array. So m equal to the d by 2, and we'll take one counter value for the notification one. Now we are done with the simple things. Now we have to apply our logic. Now we'll simply use iteration for loop here again to check the condition. So for I in range from d to n, from d to n, I will simply check if my expenditure at I greater than equal to 2 times the median value. So for median I will simply call a median function, suppose, in which I will pass my temporary array, the d value and my m value. let me define here median function which accept array d value and m value. Now I'll simply check here if my d value is for odd and even value. If d modulo 2 equal to 0, then I have to return the sum of array at m minus 1 is to m plus 1 by 2. So if it is even, my d value is even. Suppose my d value is even, for example, suppose d is equal to 4. Suppose d equal to 4 and my value is suppose 2, 3, 3 and 4. So here my middle value will be this one and this one. So I have to simply add this value and return the average of these two. So it will return the sum of the array from m minus 1 to m plus 1 and divide by 2, the average value. Else I have to return array of m. Means if it is odd, then we can simply return the middle value at middle. So this will give us the median. So now if it is greater than equal to, if exp of I greater than equal to 2 times the median value, then we are going to add simply 1 to the counter. So now we are done. So let me print here and see whether it is working fine or not. For on checking purpose, so print this one. Let us print here only for checking purpose. Print here. And again we will check here for on checking purpose whether it is working or not. Print expenditure equal to exp of I. If it is satisfying the condition, we'll simply check which value is satisfying the condition. Now we are done here. If it is satisfying, we are simply adding 1. Now we have to move forward. We have to now remove one value, the previous value, and add one next value. So for that, so let me print the total value, array value before removal. We'll print the value for our checking purpose. So what was the value? Now we will simply delete one value, delete this value 2 from this temporary array. So how to remove this 2? How to remove these 2 from my temporary array? So for that we will simply delete that from the array. So for that here we will be using a bisect module from the, you can see here we will simply use a bisect module. Import bisect. Now here we have method bisect dot bisect left. So it takes two parameter here. We'll simply give the array and the value which we want to delete. So here we want to delete the very first value. So for that, from this array, from this array, from this array, whose value is 2, 2, 3, 4, 6. From this array, we are going to delete these 2. So for that, This 2 is present over here, then in this expenditure array. So for that we'll simply apply a formula how to get that value. So for that we'll simply take expenditure of I minus D. So you can see here we are iterating from D. So here D value is here. You can see here I value is D initially for this loop. If you see here I value is D initially, and I'm separating D minus D. So it will be 0. So expenditure of 0, which value is 2. So it will simply delete that one. So after deletion, let me print and see. Print the initial array. Now the value got printed. Now we have to append the next value. Now we have to append the next value. So for that, but we have to append this next value in the proper position of the sorted array. So for that we have another method, bisect dot insort. So we have one method insort from the bisect, which will accept the array and the value which we want to add, exp of I. So if we are passing this 6, what it does, it will simply add this 6 at the perfect position in the sorted array. So for example, if you are getting 4, so it will place this 4 at its perfect position in the sorted array. So we are done here. So let me print and see the array. Now we are done here. This is the whole process. It will go in loop, and at last we have to print C. How many of them are satisfying the condition? Print the C value. So let us execute this one. Let me run this one. So you can see here the very first line is expenditure and D value, which is 9 and 5, and the next line is the total expenditure. So if you see here, for the very first line, for the very first 5 values, the next value is 6. You can see here the next value is 6. Here the next value is 6 expenditure value, which I have printed over here in the print statement. You can see here which is 6. It is coming from here, and 2 times the median. Before that I have printed this 2 times the median value, means here I am getting 6, means 2 into 3. So let me print here only the median value. 9 and 5. So now you can see here the very first line is the median value. So you can see here for the very first 5 value I'm getting the median as 3, and the next value is 6. So 6 is greater than equal to 2 times the median, which is 6 is greater than equal to 2 into 3, which is 6. So counter will be added here, and the next print statement is we are printing the array. So this is my sorted array. So you can see here for the very first 2 3 4 2 3 5 elements, the sorted list is this one. Now I have deleted this 2 from the sorted array after deletion of this line number 18. So my list will look like 2 3 3 and 4. Now I have added the next element, which is 6. So after adding 6, you can see here the list will look like this one. So now this very first iteration is done. Now for the second iteration, you can see here my list will, the median will be 3, and the next expenditure value is 8. So you can see here for the next 5 element, the median is 3 and the next expenditure value is 8. So you can see here 8 is greater than equal to 2 times 3, which is 6. So 8 is greater than equal to 6. Now counter would have been added over. So counter would have been added. Now you can see here, this is my list. Now I am deleting one value. This is my list which is printing here. Now in the next line number 18, I am deleting the value 3. So you can see here after deleting the value 3, the list will look like this. So you can see here 1 3 has been deleted. So bisect dot left will pick the value from the left. So it picked the very first left value and deleted that, and we have added the next value which was 8. So you can see here, after adding 8, the value is, we are not adding 8, means we have simply deleted here. After that we are adding here 8. Yes, 8, we are adding 8. So you can see here, this is my sorted list. Again, the very first second iteration is done. Now for this third iteration, the list will look like, the m value is 4 and the list is this one. So this was my value 4. So from here to here, not from here to here, for the very first 5 element. So for up to this, these 5 elements, the median is 4. So 4 into 2, which is 8, but my value present for the next expenditure is 4. So 4 is not greater than equal to the 2 times 4. So counter, so this if condition was not satisfied, so we are not getting the this printed line. In the same manner, all the iteration got executed, and the last we are getting the counter value as 2, this one. So this was the solution. So let us try to submit this code. Let us paste our own code. So we have to remove the print statement, that was for our own checking purpose. You can try yourself how these print statements are working. Now let us run this code. So we are getting wrong answer because we have added one print statement over here. Let us delete this one. So now you can see here, we have passed the sample test case. Let me submit this code. So we passed all the test cases. So congratulations, we are done with all the test cases. So this was the solution in which we have used this bisect module, and the methods are bisect left, and one is the insort, which places the value at its current position from in the sorted list. So you can try this both approach. The very first is, this will also work, but in few test cases you will get the TLE, and this you saw here, it is working fine. So if you like this video, please do give thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Stay tuned for the next video. Thanks for watching.